Library and in our new Civic Commons, the one-stop civic center so generously funded by our Borough President, Mayor-elect Eric Adams. We are honored to have him here with us this afternoon to celebrate the launch of Brooklyn Public Library's 125th anniversary. We're also delighted to have the new chair of Brooklyn Public Library's Board of Trustees, Nina Collins, with us today. Nina is the Chief Creative Officer of Revel, a community platform for women over 40 and funded by the Wolfer, which Revel recently acquired. She has served as a dedicated member of our board for over a decade. Nina, thank you for your service and thank you for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Lucretia. And thank you all for joining us here in the Civic Commons, which was designed to empower everyone to participate in public life. This space epitomizes the library's 125-year-old mission. It's where Brooklynites come to use computers and reliable Wi-Fi to search for jobs, build businesses, complete homework, and connect with loved ones. It's where Brooklynites come to apply for a passport, or IDNYC, thanks to Sonia Daly and Devin Sebro, who are here with us today, and the entire IDNYC team. And in the future, it's where Brooklynites will gather for workshops hosted by our many partners, whether it's the Brooklyn Voters Alliance, the Immigrant Justice Corps, the New York City Department of Health, the Brooklyn Pride Center. The Civic Commons is a hub for civic engagement, like every BPL branch in every neighborhood across the borough. Over the past 125 years, BPL has become the most democratic institution in Brooklyn, where people of every age can cultivate their dreams and connect to their communities. Brooklyn Borough President and Mayor-elect Eric Adams has long understood the democratizing power of libraries. Borough President Adams, from the outset, where are you there? You saw the vital role libraries play in our city and supported our work at every turn. We are so grateful to you. Over the course of your tenure, you funded so many critical infrastructure and technology initiatives, and you continue to lend your powerful voice to our cause. On behalf of the Brooklyn Public Library's Board of Trustees, I want to thank you for working to ensure that Brooklynites now, and those 125 years from now, can access library spaces like this one. I'd also like to thank our President and CEO, Linda Johnson, who's done an extraordinary job over these last 10 years. She's really transformed the leadership of this institution. While honoring BPL's 19th century mission, Linda has put forth a bold vision for the 21st century. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Nina. Pleasure to have you as our new chairman, and we're excited and grateful that former chairman, Susan Marcinick, is here, and we're thankful for her legacy and leadership. The library is fortunate to have such an active board of trustees, including, I think I saw Michael Liebert, Christina Tatonis, Chad Dickerson. Thank you all for coming today. After the last 2 years, all of us, the library board, every member of our staff, our dedicated partners, deserve something to celebrate. So I couldn't be more excited to kick off a year-long celebration of Brooklyn Public Library's 125th birthday. Our library system was established in 1896, a time when many of our patrons had lived through the Civil War. The first annual report of Brooklyn Public Library declared its mission, and I quote, "to improve the quality of the minds of the people and lay the foundation of a better civilization for the future." 125 years later, we are still as committed as ever to that mission, though how we execute it has changed dramatically. When patrons visit us 125 years ago, just a handful of branches in person to check out hard copy books in English. Today, they can access a collection of more than 4 million materials in 100 languages on whichever printed or digital platform they choose. Brooklyn Public Library has 61 branches, one in every neighborhood across the borough, outreach sites at jails, shelters, and schools, a fleet of bookmobiles, and thanks to our borough president and mayor-elect, a brand new techmobile that can travel wherever it's most needed to boost access to the internet and provide other essential technology services. While Brooklynites still rely on the library for books, they also rely on us for technology. We strive to ensure everyone in our borough is digitally literate and has access to reliable Wi-Fi, computers, printers, and more, so that they can complete their homework, search for jobs, grow their businesses, make vaccine appointments, please, file their taxes, and much more. Our borough president and mayor-elect has long understood the importance of digital literacy and digital equity. He dedicated $1.5 million to new computers throughout the system and $500,000 to outfit the techmobile with Wi-Fi, desktop computers, laptops, and equipment for programs so that teens, adults, and older adults can gain new skills. As Nina mentioned, over the course of his 8 years as borough president, Eric has dedicated a total of more than $12.5 million to our library system. He's enabled us to replace critical infrastructure, including roofs at 6 of our branches. He understands just how important it is to have a safe, warm, dry, and dignified space in every neighborhood, a space that is free and welcome to everyone. He understands the democratic power of the public library. Eric, thank you for championing libraries as the center of civic life. Thank you for ensuring all 2.6 million Brooklynites have access to a staggering array of resources, from laptop loans to your very own vegan recipes. We couldn't be more grateful for all that you've contributed to our 125-year-old library system. And I look forward to seeing what the next 8 years bring. As small tokens of our appreciation, and on behalf of everyone at Brooklyn Public Library, Nina and I would like to present you with a book, New Yorkers, A City and Its People in Our Time by Craig Taylor, which recently won the BPL Literary Prize, and which captures the vibrant chorus of our beloved city. And we also have for you a photograph, and this is the Brownsville Library when it first opened. It was the first children's library, I think, in the country, and this just gives you an idea of the lines. We've had lines ever since. There are lines here every morning, so this is on Stone Avenue, one of the first libraries in the world dedicated to children. So thank you for your commitment to the children of Brooklyn, to our teens and adults and older adults, and thank you for helping us lay the foundation for a better future for the next 25 years, 125 years.
Thank you so much, Linda. You know I am a Linda fan. She's just amazing, and I took a lot of guidance from her throughout my 8 years as borough president. And with people on this journey to becoming the next mayor of the city, you have often heard me refer to my mother and the narrative on what this journey was about, and it was a subtext. And you know, Mom is no longer with me after transitioning in April, but she used to do her day job, drop us off to 165th Street Library off of Jamaica Avenue, to her next job, and that was our daycare center. And it was a place for me to cross-pollinate with other people inside that space, to read, to learn how to be exposed to new ideas and new possibilities. And so some people may look at this branch and the branches that you have built out as just buildings with 4 walls, and they're not. They're far more than that. As I was speaking to some of the gentlemen that are here looking at the computers, when you're in a city that segregates with broadband, when you're in a city that segregates with clean spaces, when you're in a city that segregate access to just basic information based on your zip code or your ethnicity or your economic status, libraries and institutions like this, I believe they tear down those walls and they expose people to the opportunities that they deserve. You have done an amazing job. You've taken your upbringing and stated that I'm going to make sure every New Yorker is exposed, every Brooklynite is exposed to what you have experienced. And I thank you for that. This is an awesome task. We need to look at the equalizers and make sure that we bring them up to scale. Libraries are the equalizers. No matter who you are, you walk through that door, no one is asking you for your immigration status. No one is asking you to see your W-2 form. No one is asking you to see your college degree. You come through this door, you can be a businessman, a baker, or someone that's in a homeless shelter. You're treated with the same level of dignity and respect. Our transportation system, equalizer. Once you swipe that Metro card, you're on that same train. If it's stuck in the tunnel, I don't care who you are, you're stuck also. That is a great equalizer. Hospitals, equalizers. It doesn't matter who you are, we're going to take care of people and their health. But this system here is an equalizer that also stabilizes what we believe is important. 125 years of being here and building out, and we're going to do so much more in the next 8 years. What Linda and the vision that she has here and other librarians throughout this entire city is how do we move the system into the 21st century? How do we have spaces like this with municipal IDNYC card program? How do we make it sure that it's cyber secured, protected, so that we can use my City plan, one card that allows us access to all the services? If we have your data and we know you are eligible for WIC, eligible for DRE and SCREE, why do you have to navigate government to sign up? Why don't we sign you up automatically so you can have the dollars you need and put it into our economy? And we could do that right here in the library. Signing up for your passport, right in your local area, being able to come in to a safe space, you're comfortable with entering, and you can get your passport right away without going downtown or going to the post office or other locations. While you're here, you take out a book, you sit down, you read, you interact with someone else that you are learning, and we continue to create this environment. This space is so important for so many, and using our nonprofits and local CBOs to be able to generate the ideas and energy to help their constituencies is, which I believe we should all be proud to look at and understand. And so when I turn over taxpayers' dollars to you, I know we're going to get a good product. You know, the $12 million, I believe, is some of the best investments that we can make, because you took those $12 million and you turned it into a qualitative product year after year after year. I'm excited about the techmobile Wi-Fi bus that is going to go around allowing people to have access to Wi-Fi. We saw during COVID that broadband is not a luxury, it's a necessity. If you needed to have telemedicine and you didn't have broadband, you could not speak to your doctor. When our children, over 100,000 housing insecure, thousands are living in homeless shelters, they couldn't go on and sign to get their classroom assignments because we didn't have high-speed broadband. Using the technology, bringing the broadband to the people as we build it out is a real win for us, and it's not a luxury, it is clearly a necessity. And so when you look at the numbers, they don't lie. The 2015 census showed that 1 in 4 households in Brooklyn lack access to internet. They are denied opportunities because of that. And what this branch is doing and Brooklyn Library System is doing is trying to fill the gap and make sure that we provide these services for everyone. This is a great investment for taxpayers. There's so much more we can do. People walk through here every day from different ethnicities, different religious beliefs, different backgrounds, and they walk out not only with a book, but they walk out knowing someone new and friend. We must be intentional about tearing down the barriers that prevent us from interacting with each other every day. It's a Shakespearean tragedy that this borough, with 47% of Brooklynites speak a language other than English at home, that we're not using that as part of our educational opportunities. Learning is not in a sterilized environment of four walls. It is in this great borough we call Brooklyn, this great city we call New York. And if anything, I'm going to encourage us to do, to have those days in our libraries and other places where we can engage each other. We need each other to get through COVID, to turn our city around, and once again show the entire globe why we are New York City. And as one Brooklynite would say from Snapple, we will win because we're made up of the best stuff on earth. We're New Yorkers. Thank you very much.
So one thing that Eric and I have in common is identifying the problems and seeing the possibilities.
Yes.
And that's why this